It's a Relationship Thursday with Paula. And today, Paula, we're talking about indecisiveness. Is it a disorder? Can it be pathological?
So I wouldn't say it's a disorder as such, but generally people do struggle with indecisiveness, or when it comes to making decisions or choices as such.
Mm. Because the reason I ask that could it be pathological is, there are light decisions where you decide you can't decide whether you should take a strawberry flavor or a chocolate flavor, but there's also a decision when one struggles to decide, should I leave or should I die? And that is why I ask, could it be pathological in that sense?
So not so much pathological, but it certainly does stem from our upbringing in terms of the environment that we were exposed to and how our caregivers nurtured us in terms of making decisions and helping us make, to weigh up the pros and the cons and the consequences of that, starting from a very young age. Do you want sweets now, or are you going to eat your dinner first, as an example?
Yeah. And also maybe fear plays a part in that, isn't it?
Fear does play a part in it. First of all, just from a human psyche point of view, we want that certainty. We want to know that if I make this decision, everything is going to be okay. And that stems right back to our basic human survival, to know that we are going to be okay and we're going to be safe. And so when we face situations and we don't have that certainty of knowing that if I make this decision, everything's going to work out okay, we then look to other things and other places for answers or signs, whether it be the angels, the guardians, God, the universe, or trusted advisors and mentors, because we're looking to other people and other things to validate that we're making the right decision or the right choice.
Mm. And so how do you work through the fear? What do you need to do?
Yeah, so there will always be an element of the unknown, and the element of the unknown is what gives us that uncertainty. And underneath the uncertainty lies the fear, okay? The fear of, well, what will happen? What if something else comes along? What if I could have had another decision? So working through fear is very simply, if you look at the acronym of fear, the F stands for facts. So right now, what are the facts of the situation? Okay, so right now in the situation, this is where I'm at, and this is the reality of the situation, okay? The E stands for emotions, and there's that saying that if you name it, you can tame it. So what are the emotions that you're feeling right now? I'm feeling scared, I'm feeling lonely, I'm feeling alone, I'm feeling uncertain, and that's okay. You're okay, you're human, and you're allowed to feel your emotions. Suppressing your emotions actually has a negative impact on you, because then we numb ourselves to situations and consequences and actually feeling or experiencing what's going on. The next is A, which stands for action. So if I take into account the facts of the situation right now, what are the emotions that I'm experiencing, and based on that, what action can I take? What step, even if it's one little step, can I take forward? What little decision can I make? Understanding that it's not cast in stone. We often think that when we make a decision or we take a step forward, that's it, we're stuck with that decision. Because we fear changing our minds, or, because people will judge us, or they will look down on us, or they won't accept us anymore, or anything along those lines. And so taking a small step forward will actually take you out of that situation where you're feeling overwhelmed and undecided. And that's what keeps you stuck in that situation, wondering, what if? Should I, shouldn't I? What must I do? I don't know what to do. That overwhelmed panic state. And then once you've taken the facts into account, the emotions you're feeling, and acknowledging the emotions and that it's okay, you've taken action, a step forward. You then look at what's my current reality, because by taking a step forward, your reality would have shifted anyway because you've taken a step. And that's really how you work through fear and work around fear, because fear is often what holds us back and stops us from taking a step forward.
Yeah. So what would you say to someone who's maybe unemployed? This person is in a relationship with someone who happens to be the breadwinner. They are uneducated. There's no plan B. This person is unhappy in this relationship. She wants to move on, but because she knows that she's unable to take care of herself, how does she even take the first step to move on?
So we always have a choice, okay, in every single situation, and sometimes it's more than one choice. So in this particular situation, she has a choice. I can stay where I am in an unhappy relationship because this person is providing for me, and because I may be uneducated and unemployed, but that doesn't mean that I don't have skills or value that I can add, okay? So the other choice is, what can I do to create or make some kind of an income? For example, I can be, I can wash windows, I can wash cars, I can go waitress, anything along those lines. But also in your life up into where you are now, you've got by somehow by doing something. So you've got some kind of knowledge, some kind of skill set, some kind of something that you can do. You can make things, you can bake things, you can bake cakes and sell them, okay? So it's finding something that you can do that can add value, that can create an income for you, okay? And making that choice. It's the fear of what if, not knowing that I'll be able to make an income, that keeps me stuck in that relationship. Because right now I'm seeing that person as being my sole provider, my sole lifeline. So I am becoming reliant and dependent on that person, and I'm giving up myself, and I'm keeping myself stuck in that situation, which is having a negative impact on my life and my mindset and my mental and emotional well-being.
Yeah, and also a level of comfort, isn't it?
Correct. And that's why people resist change, because change is pushing us out of our comfort zones, and we don't like that, and that's why we resist it, because of the fear and the uncertainty attached to it.
Oh, thank you so much, Paula, for speaking to us. I hope by our conversation we're able to help someone who's listening right now.
Yes, absolutely. I hope so too.
Jodeci will be next in RiseFM.